today. Another wild story in a crazy way. Gossip nights and endless chats. We're taking turns with heartfelt laughs. Yeah, it's a world where secrets spill. Best friends ride on every thrill. From late night talks to morning cheers, we got each other year after year. Girl, did you hear that wild thing? We got stories that'll make you sing. From heartbreaks to dreams so clear. It's the podcast song for friends who cheer.
Hey guys, welcome to Girl, Did You Hear? I'm Kristen.
And I'm Jessica.
Today we are going to talk about
Holidays that we share internationally.
Ooh. We kind of left you on a cliffhanger last time from our previous episode, which was episode 20. By the way, this is episode
No, it was 21.
21.
This is 22.
22. Deuces, double deuces.
Very,
whoop, whoop.
very famous episode.
Yes. We were just talking about how like fast the holidays go, and then Jessica just brought that up randomly, and I was like, "Oh, that's interesting."
Right?
But what did you find out though about it?
Mainly, it's based on religion. So the religious holidays we share internationally,
Of course.
like Christmas, Easter, those are kind of shared internationally. I mean, with other Christians and internationally, no matter where we are. New Year's is also celebrated pretty internationally, but again, like some Asian cultures don't celebrate it when we do.
They do yours is in January, I believe.
I believe so.
Yeah.
So really things like Thanksgiving,
It's just
Halloween,
us.
Valentine's Day kind of rides that gray area. 4th of July obviously is America's Independence Day.
Yeah.
So that one's specifically tailored to us. But I mean, I know other countries have other holidays. I just don't know what they are.
Yeah,
You know
like
what I'm
Labor
saying?
Day over here and stuff like that. Like they don't celebrate
Do
that
they
in other
have
countries.
things that are similar?
They
I
have
don't know.
to. I would assume they'd have to have something like that, or
Right.
other holidays like pertaining to their country. Like we have Martin Luther King Day.
Right? I mean, like our Independence Day is July 4th. Like
Right.
when is,
Do they have a day like that?
China's Independence Day, or is
Right.
that a thing? Is that
Exactly.
Is that okay to say? I'm sorry, China.
I'm sorry. Ooh. I'm sorry, China. Keep your robots over there and your drones.
Thank you. And
I'm
your
just
weird
kidding.
fog or whatever that is.
I am curious, so I'm gonna look it up.
We should.
We'll do some research and we'll get back to you on that. But I've been having some issues.
Tell me your problem.
I really need to figure out a solution.
Ah.
With this long hair.
It's so gorgeous.
Dude. I straightened it the other day and I was like, holy cow, my hair is long.
Right.
And it has not been this long ever in my life. Ever.
Really?
Correct.
This is the longest it's been ever.
Yes. My dad would be very proud
Aw.
because he loved long hair.
Right.
He hated when I always had short hair.
I love long hair too.
I do. It's a love-hate relationship. I
Right.
love it, but I hate it. The thing I've been struggling with the most is sleeping with this long hair because I do not know what to do, what to do with it, because it's getting everywhere when I'm sleeping and it's driving me insane.
You're just ending up like Cousin It in the middle of the night.
Yes,
just,
like
having
it's
it
all
stuck to your
tangly when I
face.
wake
Yeah,
up, or like
bad.
it's sticking to me, and like if I like go to like move positions in the middle of the night, like I cannot, like it's stuck to me, or it's stuck somewhere. And
Yeah. You gotta get it out.
I don't.
It's tough. And I mean, because I don't do the best sleeping hair procedures. Like I have the silk pillowcase. I use silk scrunchies, like so that it doesn't hold my hair as tight, but I
Right.
get less breakage. So, and I just plop a big old onion bun on top of my head and just roll around, because not only am I a side sleeper, but I'm also a back sleeper and another side sleeper and a tummy sleeper. I mean, I just alligator roll
You're all
night
over.
long. And so my hair's got to be somewhere where I can be comfortable.
yeah.
Because I mean, I'll try and braid it down, but then there's times when I'm sleeping on it and it's like, oh, this extra knot of hair in my face.
Yeah, it's like pushing on you all weird.
The only thing
Mhm.
that I have found that has worked the best so far has been the bonnet.
Oh no.
But it's embarrassing, dude. Like,
It
my husband
is.
will not let me. Well, I mean, he'll let me sleep in it. It doesn't matter, but he like pokes a little fun at it every time. And I'm just like, man, it's the best way because my hair comes out so nice.
Does it?
and it extends the style.
Like when you're moving around, does it like come off?
No.
It stays on the entire night?
Mhm. Mine's so great. It even leaves like little indents in my
Oh,
head.
dang. Trevor would make fun of me so hard if
So
I
hard.
wore one of those to bed. But I think I'm gonna have to do that because it's really driving me crazy.
It's nice. It's
Like
really
I don't want to
nice.
have to sleep with my hair up because that is also annoying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a side to side sleeper,
Mm-hmm.
like one side, but sometimes I may only sleep on this side more so. So like then this side of my head is all wonky
Yeah.
versus, and like,
And just restyling it every morning is like, what's the point?
yes,
If I could just like toss it in this
bonnet,
over here and just let it be.
my sleeping bonnet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, think about how long those have been around forever.
They
And
have
I mean,
been.
and they're not just for one ethnicity or the other.
True.
I mean, they're for all hair types.
They are.
Is what I keep telling everybody. I mean, because it works. It works for me. So, like, I appreciate the fact that there's a culture out there that's just been carrying the bonnets.
Right? They do, like for their braids and so forth. And I'm sure all the
And that's
product
the
that they
reason
have
why.
to put in their
the
hair.
whole reason why we're stressing about sleeping and keeping our hair nice is the whole reason why they wear the bonnet anyways.
Right.
So, like,
There's our solution.
let's go get a bonnet.
We're getting a bonnet. Sign me up. I'm going to order one on Amazon today.
Yes, yes.
I'll get my husband's reaction when I wear it to bed.
If I had to give you advice, I'd get one with like a flat front seam, so that way you don't get the little
Okay,
sticky
good to
feels
know.
in your forehead. But they go away. It's just like the pillow marks in your face.
Right.
Those evaporate. I don't know what they do, but those go away eventually.
I also do not like when you find the random hairs in your clothing.
Oh yeah, when they like stitch themselves in. It's like I kind of like pulling
It's like
those out.
weaved
'Cause
like
it's
through.
satisfying, but I hate it at the same time because it's just
Yes.
something that's been tickling me for the last 2 hours.
Yes,
and, I just
and you're
now
like feeling
found it.
yourself up trying to find the random hair.
People are like, "What is she doing?"
Look at that girl over
Yeah,
there.
right? Like it's not fair. It's not.
No,
fair.
it sucks. Men do not have to deal with these
Well, I
problems.
mean, and like I like to stim off my hair, and I like
You're like,
smell it. I'm like wear a little mustache. That's my
Yes.
favorite part. But there's times where it gets stuck in like my armpit.
Yeah.
And then it just smells like my stanky armpit.
Oh,
And I'm
no.
like, oh no.
You're like, it's time for a shower.
Time to shower everything.
Everything. That's so funny. Do you know Trevor didn't know what an everything shower was?
Really?
Yeah. I had to recently teach him.
I didn't realize they named it everything shower. I just knew it was the shower I didn't want to take.
Yeah, I knew that it was a shower where I got all the things done at one time.
Yeah. It wasn't, I mean, 'cause
Yeah.
there's other showers where I don't do all
It's
the
so-
things.
It's interesting. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't,
Always wash my hair.
I don't always shave my legs or whatever. Yeah.
Right.
It's funny how that has become like the name for it,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah. It's like the standard.
Yeah. I gotta take an everything shower. Like,
What does that
you
mean?
could just say you didn't take a shower.
Well,
Why does it have to be an everything shower?
so that way they understand.
While
are
you're in
coming
there?
in super shiny and neat and
Like-
clean when you're out of there. You are at
You
your
are committed.
most cleanest.
Yes.
After you walk out of that
That is
one.
true.
And
You've
it
done
just
You've done your
goes-
full face skincare routine. You've done
Mhm.
your hair
You've
mask.
exfoliated.
Yep. You've shaved
everything.
all the things.
Yep.
Yeah. You've got everything nice and crispy clean. Another thing men also don't have to deal with.
No.
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 It was funny though in the RV, Trevor, I was like, "Hey, can you empty the gray tank so I have enough like room for my everything shower?" And he's like, "What is that?"
Just empty the gray tank.
I was like, "I need to wash everything." It was not my favorite doing that type of shower in the RV
Oh, I can't imagine.
because I loved RV living. And I
Right.
loved our RV. We'll definitely have another one again. Different style probably.
Right.
But I know now certain things that we will want to have in our next RV that we had in this one, like a bigger shower for sure.
For everything showers.
Yes. And
Yes.
for him because he's a bigger guy.
Yeah.
And it was difficult for him to move around in there because it was a pretty small.
Yeah. Those
Square.
are like 4 feet by 3, if that.
Yeah,
sort of
I
thing.
mean, I think it was a little bit bigger than that, but it was still small.
Yeah.
Like I had to put my leg up, like on the wall in front of me to like try to shave my legs, or I'm
insane.
like trying to sit down. Like it was,
There's not enough room.
it wasn't.
No.
So that's a thing that we will definitely have.
A bigger shower in
Yes,
your next RV.
bigger shower. You know what else?
Mm.
So speaking of showers, well, not really speaking of, but appliance-y things. You know, we bought that freezer recently
Yeah.
for our garage, like a spare,
Off
like
of
stand-up
Marketplace.
freezer.
Yeah.
Bought it off Marketplace for $100. Great deal. Picked it up from the lady. The lady who was selling it for like a family friend that had like passed.
Mm-hmm.
So like they were getting rid of a lot of stuff in their house, and they had that freezer. When we got there, it was like thawing out. So I assumed like
It had worked.
it was
prior.
working.
Yeah.
She didn't seem like that type of person to like, she was a realtor, had a business, like didn't seem like that kind of person, you know?
Right.
So we bring it home. I let it thaw for a few more days and just kind of, you know, I was a lot going on at that time. So I kind of forgot about it, then wiped it all out, plugged it in, and it didn't work.
Oh no.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah.
It sounded like it wanted to like click on,
Mm-hmm.
but then it like didn't like click.
Didn't
like, you
go
know,
all the
like
way?
the sound,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like when a fridge kind of like freezer fires up or
Yeah.
whatever. Didn't happen. So I posted on Facebook Marketplace the other day. I posted it on there for free. So I just wanted it gone so I
Dang.
can find another one.
Yeah.
I probably could have sold it for like $50, but I was like, whatever.
Why? It's broken.
Yeah, I've seen people selling broken things for cheaper money.
So ridiculous.
Like,
Stop
why?
that. Jesus.
Yes. So anyways, I just posted it for free. Someone came and got it. I was like, great. But when I was looking around on there, because I look on there all the time,
Same.
it got me thinking, because first of all, I see some people posting weird stuff on there for sale,
Mm-hmm.
like strange items. And also people sell things for like $5, $10. And I'm like, why? Like, are they that broke that they really need to try to sell something for that amount of money? Like, I mean, they'll just take what they can get.
Or
Or
are
are
they just
they-
that lonely that they're starved for social
Yeah.
interaction and they want someone to contact them about
Are
something?
they serial killers looking for the next victim? I
Yo,
mean,
too much
I'm just
true
kidding.
crime. This ain't a true crime podcast.
I'm just
No.
kidding. But yeah, I was like, what?
That's so weird. And I mean, I have to say, I love Marketplace because it goes back into thrifting. It goes back into reduce and reuse,
For
right?
sure.
I
I find some good stuff on there for
There's
sure.
a lot of friends of mine that are currently going through like the child rearing process,
Yes.
right? So we have mothers expecting, mothers that have had kids, and just the general exchanging of stuff between them is great. Like I love seeing that because they're like, "Oh, I have this thing. Don't go out and buy one. I'll just let you use mine because we're not going to use it anymore. It's for an infant. We have
Right.
toddlers now."
Exactly.
So,
And you can find a lot of really good baby stuff on Marketplace.
that's what I keep hearing. I was looking on Marketplace. This was the weirdest thing that I've ever found on Marketplace, and I sent this to you as
you
well.
did. I know.
It was a
I'll find it
it's
in
a
our
pink
thread.
dresser, and it's decorated very phallically. I don't know how else to put it.
You'll see.
It's got a lot of wieners on it, and it was not. It was on sale. Like it was. They were just. Why? Why would you sell that to someone? Like that's not. That's
like exactly. Like that's my
garbage.
point. Like
what are you doing?
what? Like that person needed to probably buy some.
I think that's why. That's why I'm sure they're like $20
They're
for
like,
this dresser covered in dicks, and we'll let it go for you.
For real. They're like, I need. We're gonna buy it.
And I mean, and I'm always looking for a new car because obviously I buy my cars $5,000 at a time, so they don't really last me all that long. But I see people selling their cars for too much money for too many miles.
Yes.
Basically is what I'm trying to say. You just
Dude.
went through that with your teenager where you're trying to find
Yes.
something cost effective and all you can find is trash.
We have in the 2 cars that we've purchased Jaden recently. Well, she helped buy the second,
That's fair.
but it took us a while to find the first one.
Yeah.
Because
That was
I
a
kept seeing
Such a good deal.
I kept seeing the same thing. I kept seeing old cars, high miles, high prices.
Right.
And I'm like, why?
Like here's this 1994 Honda Civic for $5,000 with
Yeah, and I'm like,
260,000 miles.
Heck no.
No.
We ended up finding a really good deal on this Fusion. One owner, decent miles, picked it up, whatever. And then same thing when we had to find the next vehicle, it's the same situation.
Right.
It's same stuff out there. Or people are selling cars that are not workable, like they need an engine or a transmission.
For $5,000
Yeah.
still. Yeah.
For all this money still, they're like, mechanic special. I'm like, that ain't no mechanic special.
No, you should be happy that I'm taking this from you.
Exactly. I was like, what the hell? It's so annoying.
That's so rough.
But then it got me thinking also, like, do you have, okay, I don't I sell very minimal things on Facebook
Yeah.
Marketplace.
Same. I don't sell a lot. If I do, it's mainly like cars.
Mainly cars.
Mainly cars.
If I sell stuff, it's usually like music equipment, photography equipment that
Right,
I'm not
right.
using anymore. Random old baby stuff
Yeah.
that's not being used, like just random things.
Right.
But definitely not like I just purged a lot of stuff in my house that I probably could have sold on Marketplace, but I was like, I'm
I'm not going through that.
no. So I just went to donation,
Yeah.
and then off it went to the thrift store.
Woohoo.
So for those thrifters, for you.
I love that place. Yeah.
But you know what I mean? I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not spending my time posting, answering all these dumb questions.
That's the hardest part about selling stuff.
People
on
trying to
Marketplace.
negotiate a $50 piece of furniture
Right.
price. I'm like, no, $50, dude.
Just give me the $50.
Yeah, I'm not negotiating with you.
No.
So no. So yeah, I was like, I wonder, these people must have no time then to post things for $5-10 on their page.
Right.
Unless they're just like, come pick it up if someone buys it and they just set it out on their porch.
It's like a drive-by. I don't know how to put that. Like, I mean, I've gone with some friends of mine to go buy stuff off of Facebook Marketplace just as kind of like that extra person.
Oh
'Cause,
yeah, for sure.
I mean, we've always been taught to be cautious, even since the beginning, which was what, Craigslist?
yes.
When we were buying stuff off of Craigslist and it was sketchy and you heard
Yep.
about people getting hurt because they're
hurt.
because, you know, they're just messing with the wrong people. So
Yeah.
it's there's always that little bit of uneasiness when you go to buy something. I mean, and I've had some interesting sales. Like I've met some people
Tell me.
selling some cars. Well, just
Interesting
just
people.
jittery people. Just
yeah.
like
You could tell they have a interesting story.
they have a lot of history.
They've been through
I mean,
some stuff.
I went to sell a car once, and the lady couldn't pay me the full price of the car, even though she said she could, and then ended up paying me over like 6 different cash apps. I know that's an exaggeration. It's probably more like 3.
but still,
realistically,
at the time, it
shorted
felt like
me,
6.
Shorted me the total balance of the car, and then paid me on like Venmo, and then PayPal,
Oh,
and then
geez.
Cash App. And I'm like, dude,
That reminds me of when I was in the bond business.
I can't imagine. It's probably the same thing.
Very
So
much.
I mean, it was. I hate that because it's like just the jockeying back and forth with people. Is this available? Are you willing to take less? Hey, will you take this fake plant and a scooter for
Right.
your car? And I'm like, no, dude, just give me the money. Like,
Any trades?
no.
The trades are weird to
Trades
me.
are weird. I kind of want to do one once just to say that I've traded for something.
Right. I did a trade once.
What'd you trade?
Well, it was random because it was when we first came back. We were looking for cameras on Marketplace, to pick
Right,
up.
right.
And not the cameras, not these ones that we're using now, but the other like baby cameras that we got. The
Yeah.
little, I think they're like a Sony ZV-E10 or something. They are normally like 600-ish for like a new one.
Mhm.
Maybe a little bit more. Maybe like 8 actually for a new one. Anyways, we were looking for those because they were supposed to be like the best like new little like vlog podcast
Camera.
style camera, which
Yeah.
we ended up not liking them. But the guy that was selling his put in the thing that he was looking to possibly trade for a Sony A7 III,
Right.
which I had.
Oh.
That was my upgrade camera that I got from when I went Nikon to Sony, from DSLR to mirrorless camera.
Okay.
So that's my first mirrorless camera, which I used for pictures. But when Trevor and I got the upgraded A7s, I just used those for my photos and didn't really use the A7 III anymore.
Right.
Like I hadn't used that camera in months. It was just like sitting there. And so Trevor's like, I was like, why don't we trade this guy?
Why do we trade?
I was like, he wants this one. Like the body of the A7 III probably could have got a little bit more for it cash wise.
Mhm.
However, we do have one camera and then 2 lenses that came with it,
Mhm.
which if I wanted to sell those individually, I would make my money back.
That's fair.
Yeah. Which is not horrible. So we
No.
traded, and it was just like a little doop doop. Here's this, here's that. Cool. It all works.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It was cool.
Like no money, traded
Yeah.
hands.
And I was like, all right, let me know
This
if you have any
feels
issues.
so weird.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was weird. It was weird, but it worked out for us at that time.
I like
it was
that.
cool. It was
Huh.
cool. So let us know if you guys have any weird things that you've bought or encounters or things that you've seen on Facebook. I saw someone selling a coffin
Oh,
once
that seems a little
on
preemptive.
Marketplace, which was a little weird.
Yeah.
I was like, why?
We're
did-
playing
where-
vampires.
Where did you get that from?
Right.
First of all.
all.
And then, why are you selling it?
So,
Is somebody in it?
speaking of making money,
Yeah.
have you heard about the people that get donated to on TikTok Live and then just sit there and do nothing?
I've only just briefly heard of this.
So I've experienced this because I think I'm on TikTok a little bit more than you. And
You are.
I don't stick around for live feeds very much. I only do if they're doing something interesting.
I've
like
seen them pop up and I
blacksmithing
just swipe
or-
right away
yeah,
usually.
because it's not something I'm interested in. I don't know. But I've been hearing people are making money off of this where like their camera's just pointed at the wall and they're just chatting. They're like, yeah, hey, thanks for blah, 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 such and such. And then they just,
But like, what are
nothing's happening. Nothing's
what are
happening.
they saying to these
There's
people
no
that are
content.
watching?
I don't
How many followers do these people have?
Probably a bunch if they're being able to get donations out of
I
people.
guess, but like, okay, there's a lot I have
I
questions
mean, you
on.
have to think about like, okay, the podcast for us. People have to want to watch us, right?
Yeah.
So they're going to either like and subscribe, or or interact with our videos in some way. So like
Right.
when you put stuff up on TikTok, you do kind of create a following because you create your own content, which people begin to enjoy. Therefore, they watch you. So when you go
Right.
up live, people like that opportunity to maybe like interact with you in real time. So
Should we go live
should we
one
go
day
live? I think we should try it.
on TikTok?
Maybe
We could.
if it exists in the next however long
yeah.
from now. Yeah, that's probably also
How
gonna
many
be banned.
days?
I don't know. I don't remember. I didn't even pay
I think
attention.
I thought it was January 5th. I could be wrong. I don't
think
know.
so too. I think it's like 5th or 6th. I don't remember.
We'll see.
So we'll see if these streamers are still making money off of
But
it.
that is actually insane to me because I want to know who are the people on the other end watching
Right.
all of these
Right,
lives.
right.
Who are these people? What are they doing with their lives?
Nothing clearly.
Like to sit there and watch and just give money to these people? Like how
Right.
much are they? I was probably only like 5 here, 10 here, but like
still,
if you have thousands of people doing that, that adds up.
if I went through your house and got $5 from everybody in your
You'd
house,
have $100.
I'd have $100.
Maybe more than that.
Even still, you know what I'm saying?
But yeah, no, like that is actually insane to me because I've seen those pop up and I've like, what is this person doing? Not doing anything, and I flip past it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a test. I'm gonna put my phone. I'm gonna go live on TikTok on my photography TikTok. I'm just gonna put it up
And just see.
and just see what happens. And I'll be like, hey,
Do you have any followers?
maybe like 24.
All right, you got a few. I'll watch your live.
No, I don't know. I don't even know how many I have on TikTok.
Right.
Maybe I'll do Instagram. I have
That's
more there.
Right. But it's the same
Is that
thing.
a thing?
Yeah, I
on
think it's
Instagram?
the same. I don't know.
It's like 3,000 on Instagram.
Dang.
Mostly just show fans, but like bounty hunting show fans. It's weird. It's
How
weird.
people make money off of TikTok to me is weird in general.
Agreed, but it's weird to me that in a society where people are creating really good content,
Mm-hmm.
that people are drawn to crap like that, or they're drawn to like, watch me open this present, or watch me do this review on this squishy ball.
Oh, get ready with me's.
The get ready with me's.
Get ready with me.
Like those are cute
Put
for
a finger
that
down
generation.
if you would like
I
this to go
hate
away
those.
forever.
Those ones I hate. They're so stupid.
Yeah.
Like that
Yeah,
type
yeah,
of stuff
yeah.
is dumb.
Yeah.
The get ready with me's are cute. I end up watching those
Mm-hmm.
and like the little organizing, like Sunday reset. Like I end up watching those. It's so silly,
It's cathartic to you somehow.
but it is because I'm
Yeah.
like, ooh, that's satisfying.
yeah.
Because I'm like, yeah, I want that.
Restock that
Yeah,
shelf.
it's so good. You know, because I understand like when I restock my shelves or my fridge,
It
like
is
I'm like, oh
satisfying,
yeah,
yeah.
it looks great.
I
You
like
know, everything's
this.
all nice and fresh and pretty and
Right.
whatever.
Right.
But yeah, like I'm like, how
I don't know.
people put out crap ass content and have like millions and millions of followers, and I just do not understand like who those followers are. Like, are
my
they
favorite
real
is
people?
like lip sync content where they're like lip syncing
Yeah.
pieces of shows.
Like,
Or
why?
pieces of songs. Like,
I
I
don't-
mean, but like, I follow some people who do nothing but lip sync content.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this is entertaining.
It is entertaining.
I want to see the new video.
I will be there to see it.
So I'm going to like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. I cannot with that.
It's hard. It's hard. You have to be, I think it's because we're old. I think there's honestly a generational thing there that
It must
it
be.
caters to the younger
It
kids.
must be. But my youngest kid, who's almost 17, thinks that it's stupid.
She grew up in your house. Of course she does.
Smart. She's our kid.
Yeah. Yeah. She's got her faculties about her. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Because
She
she's been
understands.
raised to
Yeah.
question things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's one that actually brought that topic up to me today, because I was like, what should we talk about
Oh,
today?
I love this.
And she's like, TikTok lives, they're so stupid. I was like,
They
tell
are.
me more, because I didn't really like know. And I was like, that is dumb.
I mean, and a lot of TikTok lives, they're just selling shit.
Yeah.
Like one that keeps rolling across my For You page is this lady with just this huge bin full of gems, like quartz and amethysts and all these other fun rocks and stuff. And she's just like selling them off. It's like the QVC of TikTok.
TikTok. Oh my
Yeah,
God. Are we too old?
I think so. It's okay. And we're not too old. We're just old.
We're just old.
Than them.
Hmm. I cannot see my 30-year-old self getting on board with that. I cannot see my 22-year-old self getting on board with that either.
That's fair. Well, I mean, but like you're one out of how many other billions of people who
Yeah.
can, or millions of people who
Yeah.
can get behind that. It's, I can't remember what came up. Oh yeah, there's a scam running right now. AI is selling stuff. So there's
Oh, geez.
there's a post for
Starting.
crystal mugs, and they sell you these mugs, and you can tell that the images are AI generated, right? So you are not going to get the product that is in that picture because that picture doesn't exist. What is in that picture doesn't exist. And the mugs that they're getting are heinous. They are ugly. They are not safe to drink out of. It's like this weird, like resin formed plastic.
I need to
thing
find
with,
a
like,
picture of them.
Metal. Yeah, I'll make sure you have one with like a metal insert inside, so you can't microwave it.
Weird.
And it's
That's insane, dude.
and so we're getting scammed. I say as in like us millennials, because we can't tell the difference between a real photo and what's AI generated.
I usually can.
You
Well,
are also in that
yeah.
industry.
I would be curious to see that, because I'm
Yeah,
curious
I'll show
to
it to you.
see. Yeah. That's scary though, because I mean, think about,
I mean, it's a scam. That's all it
It's
really is. I mean,
always-
you're buying a product. You don't know whether or not that's
yeah.
whether it's as shown.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that buying off a crappy website
yeah,
is the same thing as
buying something
Buying
off of
something from AI.
Temu versus buying something from AI, right?
Yeah.
It's
That's
crazy.
insane.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh. I cannot.
all the wonderful ways to make money.
There's so many random ways. There's a lot of stupid things pop up on my feed about like how people use AI to like have all these like side hustles, which I totally get,
Right.
but it is a full-time job learning each one of those like programs or things that they use
Mm-hmm.
to like set it up to run the business or whatever you're doing.
That's insane.
Yeah, because I clicked on one because I
Right.
was curious.
Right,
I was like,
you
let
want to
me-
know
I was like,
because you've got multiple facets. You could
Yeah.
use a helper. Yeah.
or like, I'm like, you know what? I could use AI to create a side hustle. Sure, teach me, show me
Right.
what you use. So they
Right.
have like Canva, and they have this, and they have that, and they have ChatGPT, and they have 5 or 6 different things that they're using to create their drop shipping business or whatever it is.
That's
And
wild.
then they're using Canva to create all their designs and all this, but like that is a full-time job doing all
All
of
of
that.
that,
Like
yeah.
you still have to have some hands-on work
Right.
involved to get it going.
Right.
And if you're not like computer savvy or know or understand a lot of those different things, like when you start clicking in stuff, you're like, what?
What does this mean?
Yeah.
What am I doing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
That's hard.
But I know that there's people out there that are doing it.
Yeah.
and it's insane.
That they've just learned it.
They've
They've
figured
mastered
it out.
the skill.
Yeah, which is crazy to me. It's like it's really cool, but also really crazy.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, and that's where the industry's going, which is scary.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like we have to be more vigilant
Mm-hmm.
in what we buy, whether it be from some random dude on Marketplace or something from AI.
Just don't buy meat from the grocery store.
Just don't buy meat from the
Just
grocery
kidding.
because it'll be gray.
It
And
will.
Kristen's mad
In
about
24 hours.
it.
I was mad. That was
Well,
weird, dude.
Well, meat's expensive. I
It
understand.
is, but I've bought a lot of meat, and I've never seen an expiration date on ground beef that was 30 days out.
I have in the sale bin and like the clearance bin on the side. They're like, here, I'm going to mark this down because the expiration date's like tomorrow. And if you're going to use this tonight, here you go. Here's a good
Right.
hunk of meat.
That I can understand, but I bought
Right.
it like around Christmas time, and the expiration
That's
sell by date was like January 20
so
something.
Wild.
And I was like, no.
Why is it like this already?
Why?
Right.
Why is it? Why is it like that?
That's the hard part. Is like you spend all this money on food. Like you go to these grocery stores and you have these humongous bills. Like I was just in the grocery store this morning, or not this morning, the other day, and we just restocked for like 2 meals and a few other items. And it was like $100, and we only had like 2 little bags of food. And I'm like, bro, why is this $100?
Dude, I pay like for the 3-pound thing of ground beef that I buy from King Supers. I really need to go to Costco, but I need a new freezer. I pay like $20.
Yeah.
You know, if it's not on sale. Or if I want the lean ground beef, I'll pay the extra and get and it's like $25, $28.
Right.
It's lean, it's better for you. The ratios are different, higher, less fat, whatever.
Right. I mean, and it cooks.
But that's a lot.
Yeah, it is. And I mean, it just even like the little stuff, like a box of cereal is $7.
Yeah, dude.
Like I can't understand why it costs so much money.
No. And the issue, okay, I don't have a problem paying. Yes, it's expensive. I
You're right.
don't have a problem paying high prices if they are providing us quality food.
Right. I mean, the
You know what I mean?
The food that's worth the cost.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because I just bought meat from the store the other day, and the expiration date was not 30 days ahead.
Right.
It was like 7.
Right.
And so I am just I don't know if it was just like a misprint or a mistake, but I had I had a roast
Mm-hmm.
that I bought on that same day that had the same expiration.
Expiration thing.
Yes.
Yeah. That's nuts.
Yes.
That's
And
tough.
then I had bought, before that specific event, I had bought meat, same thing, and it was in the fridge for like 2 days, and then it was gray by the 3rd day.
That's insane.
And the night before, me, Tim, and Trevor all saw that it was pink.
Right.
And I was like, oh, perfect, I'll use that tomorrow night. Because I knew that it was getting close.
And then it just oxidized.
Yeah.
That's wild.
It was weird, dude. And the next morning, it was literally, and I was like,
I don't
what
trust
is
it.
wrong with our food? What is wrong with it? Everything.
Well, yeah. We've
Already talked about
yeah,
this.
we've been on that one for a while.
I know. But it's upsetting.
it is.
I'm like moving around here. Getting my legs cramping.
You getting antsy?
Yeah. No, my leg was cramping
Oh.
from like sitting
On.
on it.
Yeah.
I do that all the time.
That's fair.
Yeah. All right. So TikTok lives, we're gonna
TikTok
explore.
lives. Yes.
We may consider doing a live show for you guys.
Who knows?
It's a possibility. We could just
Throw it at the wind, see if it sticks.
Yeah.
We'd be way more entertaining than most of them. And we're not trying to sell you shit.
right?
Nope.
You'll see all the random
The
flabbers
the
that
craziness that we are. Yeah, it's great.
happen. It would be fun though, I think, to do
I
that.
agree.
Trevor does a live show for his podcast, and he airs it to like the members on his channel,
Mm-hmm.
because he has a membership on his channel. His is fancy. Yeah.
fancy.
So like people that pay to be a member on his channel, I'll put a link right here for his. They get things that the public doesn't.
That's fair.
Right. So when we film, he
Benefits.
goes live on the members side of it. So they get to they get to watch his full episode live.
Right.
So if something happens or they mess up or a camera decides to
go
have a
down,
moment.
or they have like
Then I have
funny
to come in and like fix
interlude.
things,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
shit happens sometimes,
Yeah.
you know, and they get to see all of that, and
Woohoo.
they love it. It's cool. It just adds like more authenticity.
It does
to
make it a little
you
more
know?
personal. Yeah.
Anyways, guys, I think that wraps us up for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please let us know if there's anything else you would like us to talk about. We would love to hear some topics from you. We will gladly share our opinions about things. Do you have anything else you want to add?
Just thanks for following us this far.
Thanks for sticking along. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe. We will see you next week.
Bye.
Go ahead, girl, let's raise a glass. We talk